Alrighty, hey there guys, Adrian Costa here, aka JediRow95, coming at you guys with another video. In this video, guys, I'm going to open up 1 million training in TVPs because screw it, why not? Let's have a little fun, just because of the fact that, there is still a couple of LTDs and packs, pardon me, and I do wish to see if I can pull Richard Sherman or Christian Okoye before they do ultimately go out, which if I don't, I'm actually going to be I'm going to be a little bit PO'd because yeah, like I don't understand how I wouldn't be able to. But if you guys do like this type of content and want to see more, hit the subscribe button below and also leave a like. Both things do help me out in the algorithm. And both things are very helpful for me personally because it just lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content and enjoying everything that I am doing here. So let's get started on this. So probably not, I'm not going to show every single poll because quite honestly, like that would just be insane. That would be just crazy as we start off already right away with some training profit with 90 overall Redux Jari Evans. So I'm not going to show every single poll because the servers right now are really still like terrible. Yeah, so I'm not going to showcase every single one, and I'm actually going to hold on to every single thing too. I'm not going to quick sell them. I will hold on to it and see how much we did make overall, which I actually just sold off every single one of my the Christmas LTDs like not Peyton like Tom Brady and then out of position Harold Carmichael. I did sell them off because quite honestly I don't really see if I really don't think it's gonna be that big of a they're not gonna change significantly in price that much. So overall, that's why I say I just quick sold them. And then the rest of the cards, I just quick sold for training because quite honestly, the market is so bad right now. And the server, well, actually, shouldn't say the rest. I did sell off the Taysom Hill that I got, and I think I pulled another like 94 old Montez Sweat. That's what it was. I sold off Taysom Hill and Montez because they were still going for somewhat decent value, but everything else I just quick sold because their value is tanked, and also the servers right now are just so fucking terrible. I just don't want to deal with the server issues and be sitting here waiting for it to process my coins as well as other things of that nature with the servers. So I decided to forego it and say screw it. Let's just open up. Let's just do a whole 1 million training for the TVPs because I saw guys like Sammy I was doing and I figure you know what, I got the opportunity, I may as well try it as well. And I'll probably have this video out, I want to say Tuesday, the 27th. Keep in mind again when I'm recording this video, guys, LTDs are still in packs. So by the time you see this video, we 87 De'Vondre Campbell, nice. By the time you guys are seeing this video, Sherman and Okoye will be out of packs, and I don't necessarily know what the next batch of LTDs will be as we get an 87 Jamel Dean. I am just gonna quick sell these, like the Team Affinity stuff, right away. I'm just gonna quick sell them for training. They don't really serve a much of a purpose, especially the ones where you just lose training on them. And also because again the market is so down bad, which it normally is for Christmas. It normally is pretty bad, but the market is so down bad normally that I'm just not. It's just so down bad right now. I'm just not even gonna bother trying to sell those because quite frankly I'll get probably like maybe fucking like for those probably like 10,000 coins. Maybe if I'm like I don't know, like I haven't even bothered to check the price of the 87 Team Affinity players. I haven't bothered to check the price of them because I'm just good. I'm good on those. I'll pass. Oh, I forgot these were in packs as well. So we get a 95 Harold Carmichael. I straight up forgot these were in packs as well. So that's a huge W. I totally forgot they were. So we actually have 4 LTDs in packs. We got Sherman, Okoye, out of position Brady, which is he really out of position though? Like, can we actually have this conversation? Is he really out of position if he's just a different archetype than what he is? Like, if he's just a mobile quarterback, can we really say he's an out of position player? Um, so, but yeah, I forgot they were in packs as well. So that's actually huge. Completely forgot about that. So yeah, they're not gonna be worth much, but hey, that's 350,000 coins in my back pocket, which is really sweet. Really, really sweet overall. So, yeah, I hate these common strategy items, guys. These are not enjoyable to open up. For the common strat items are just not fun to open um, at all. I don't like these things, but definitely gonna sink a lot of this training in here because yeah, I do want to hit at least like I want to say about 6-7 mil. I want to say is where I want to hit. I think it's doable, especially if we do keep getting some nice pulls for the coins. We start getting like we consistently be pulling like epic strategy items, maybe some legendaries. Also pulling the LTDs will be a big help. I think 6-7 mil. I think it's possible. It's up to get that. So we get the Commanders. Big shout out to Washington, by the way, turning their season around after benching Carson Wentz. Apparently, they're going to be debating on whether they should have Wentz or Heineke starting quarterback as they make their playoff push. I think it should be Taylor Heineke. I don't think Wentz should be starting. I honestly think the Commanders just need to cut Wentz, or whoever. Just cut him, absorb the dead money, get him out of the NFL because I think at this point he is just not. He's not good anymore. He just is not worth a roster spot unless he's holding a clipboard or placing the ball down for like kicks. That's the only thing I think he could do. And even then, I think he would fuck it up and throw it to the wrong and place the kick down for the wrong team anyway. So you know, that's why I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be in the NFL anymore. I think his time is done. Which is crazy because less than like a few years ago, like about 5 years ago, the man was at the top in the NFL going in and in consideration or was the front runner for the MVP, and now here he is completely just a shell of himself. And man, it's brutal how the NFL is at times where you can just like fall off the wagon and never recover. And I feel my boy Russ is gonna fall victim to that. But I mean, it is what it is. I'll take the first overall pick. I'll take the first round pick though, like the top three pick. Which speaking of like picks and whatnot, I actually do have a couple of videos planned for when the Seahawks are officially eliminated from playoff contention, be it mathematically or they get knocked out in the postseason, which I think they're at best they're a wild card knockout, which I still think is fantastic for this team because nobody thought we were going to be this good. The fact that, in my opinion, the fact that Seattle was even looking to be winning the NFC West, let alone in the playoff race, I think is a huge testament to how good of the team this was this year. Geno Smith, in my opinion, is comeback player of the year. I don't even think it's a conversation. I've talked about this on stream, and I'll say it on video. I don't think it's a conversation. I think Geno Smith is comeback player of the year. Reek, I definitely do think should be in conversations for defensive rookie of the year, and I think he will win it. However, if I had it my way, I would actually say both CJ Sauce and Woolen should win the award. Both are really, really great in their own right, and I don't think it should be who. I think they both deserve to win it. Have a co defensive rookie of the year like we had a co MVP back in 2004 with Manning and Steve McNair. And then K9 as offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to be completely honest. I think he's going to lose it. I don't think he's going to win it. He has been looking pretty. He has slowed down a decent amount since the Seattle started to lose games, which I don't think is a coincidence. By the way, I don't think it's a coincidence that once Kenneth Walker started to slow down in his production and his ability to like break, like he's still one of the better backs in the league. But I think it's not coincidental that once he started to started to lose his production and his volume and whatnot started to go down, Seattle started losing. I don't think that's a coincidence. Um, but I also think that's a bad thing that the Seahawks were starting to lose games because they can't get the run going. Because that's literally Pete Carroll's entire offensive philosophy is run the ball. And the fact that the one thing that he wants to accomplish every single game isn't working, that's why we're losing. And I think I didn't touch on this in the video, so I'm going to touch on it here. And this might be a bit of a hot take, but I think Pete's time has come. He needs to hang him up. I've said this a few times. I'll say it again. The reasons why. First off, he is getting up. He's like 74 years old. or at least will be 74 next season, if my math is correct. Like the guy is not long for the coaching. I think he is time. He needs to just enjoy the rest of his life and just chill, not have to worry about the travel and whatnot of the NFL and the brutal season schedule that is the NFL. And the second reason why I say that he should absolutely look to retire is because his ideas and philosophies on football and how the game should be played is completely outdated at this point. I think being a run heavy offense, you might get to the Super Bowl as we have seen with teams like San Francisco. You might get there, but in this day and age, you can no longer win a Super Bowl with a run heavy offense. The last team, coincidentally and ironically, that won a Super Bowl as a run heavy or at least a run first type of offense was the Seahawks in 2014. And ever since then, it's been teams that have had great passing attacks, or at the bare minimum, were a pass first team on offense. I know the 2015 Broncos won the Super Bowl because of their defense. And I mean, that no fly zone defense in 2015 was spectacular. But I think offensively, they were a pass first team, in my opinion. And they, you can't necessarily get it done nowadays with being a run heavy offense. You just can't do it. And that is why I think Pete's needs to go as well. Also, his defensive philosophy, playing a lot of, well, before this year, playing a lot of single high safety looks, definitely does get eaten up in the NFL nowadays, especially when you got players like or coaches like Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay that know how to scheme against that. I think definitely, Pete Carroll definitely does need to go. Um, Honestly, I think Pete does absolutely need to retire because of those things, which is a shame because Pete Carroll is definitely he's the best Seahawks coach in its franchise's history. But I hate to see a franchise icon like him go. And speaking of franchise icons that are gone, we've got an 85 Bobby Wagner. Um, but I think it's time for sorry, I just moved in my chair. I think it is time for him to head out and look to just enjoy what he has left. And wow, we're about 250,000 training into this, and I pulled a Harold Carmichael, so that's at least I've gotten a LTD, but have not gotten a Sherman yet. And I know they're still in packs. They're in packs for another few hours at the time of recording this. They're in packs till like I want to say like yeah, like 8:30 in the morning my time. So yeah, another few hours and then they are completely out of packs. So it would be nice to get a it would be nice to pull one, just pointing that out there. And it does seem like my my video that I'm putting out that's going to be coming out before this, like my present opening video, that is going to be coming out. That's processing right now. Sorry, I'm just looking at some things for editing purpose, for not for editing purposes, but for like channel maintenance purposes and all that stuff. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes into this video already, and I actually was able to talk for about 15 minutes straight. That's actually quite crazy. So we get a Niners strategy item. Nice. Speaking of the Niners, props to them for winning the division this year. GG's to them. They deserve to win the division this year. They really did bounce back after a rough start. They ended up starting out pretty rough as we get a 91 overall Lamar Jackson. We're gonna quick sell that for the training. Because again, the market is really down bad right now. It would be better off just to quick sell it for training value purposes. Hopefully, he gets his next upgrade very, very soon. Would be nice to see Lamar get his next card soon. And it appears I may have broke the game. Yeah, I think I'm stuck here. Give me one quick second. Alrighty, we are back, guys. In the store now. I had to restart the game because the game just decided to crash after the Lamar Jackson redux. Because this time we get an 87 unsung hero, Bryce Callahan, which is interesting. Again, we'll just quick sell them for the training because it's just better to off, in my opinion, to keep them in the packs, to keep them in the training, to keep them instead of trying to sell them, or to quick sell them instead of trying to get the coins for them. So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna hold on to everything, try to make sure we pull some good stuff. I mean, like right now, it's not looking very, very good. Like I wish things are looking a little bit better. I definitely do think we're about 4.5 million right now. I would like to see us get to like 5 or 6 million here very, very soon. Yeah, because like I said, the goal is to try and get to like 6, 7 million coins, give or take. So, and we have yet to pull an well, we've pulled an 87. We've got an 87. We got a. I don't think we've gotten an 88 yet. So, hopefully soon. Speaking of 87s, get an 87 Chris Jones, which is nice to see. So training right now is very incredibly cheap. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way. It more than likely won't be by the time this video goes up. Um, so yeah, but I love the TVP, man. It's such a great pack. Um, I didn't like it when they brought it in the first time this year because they made the market so inflated because training had to be at a specific thing, although at a specific value. Otherwise, you could literally just make infinite coins off the TVP. And I think bringing it in the second time, getting it right, just basically making the each roll 3,000 coins, 3,000 training, I think was awesome. This time though, making it 6K, not necessarily agreeing with that. I think they should have just left it at 3K. But I can understand why they did it because obviously, they don't want the market getting inflated again, especially with all these especially with all these like reduxes. Hit us having like 95 overalls now, and more than likely going to be 96s here by like next month. Actually, we should be getting in 96s next month. I would say around team of the week when it comes back, I would say the Masters will probably be 96 overalls. So, anyways, speaking of the team of the week, as we get a 93 overall Zach Martin, I actually have this card. How much is this Zach Martin going for? Okay, I will actually sell this. I will actually look to sell this off and get the coins for him that way because yeah, there was not Redux packs. There was not Redux packs. That was kind of an L by EA to not give us Redux packs with presents this year. That kind of does suck. Um that is kind of a bit of an L. But yes, I will sell off for coins that Zach Martin, as I already have him. But yes, I already have Zach Martin, so really is no point in keeping him. Get an 82 Byron Murphy. But speaking of team of the week, guys, just once again a reminder: team of the week is officially out, not out, like done until the new year. Like I think the beginning of January or like January 9th I think is when they said. So that's still like another week, 2 weeks actually. It'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow when they come back. So yeah, that'll be that'll be fun. Definitely going to be an interesting couple of weeks of football. They got like 3 weeks to make up 17 because this was week 16. Then they got week 17 next week, and then week 18 will be the April 8th, just January 8th, and then team of the week will be the 10th. The final team of the week will be January 10th, which means that they'll have like every single team of the week player or every single team of the week, uh, like the 3 weeks they're missing, basically. Which don't necessarily know if I agree with them doing it that way. I think they should just, I don't know, but obviously EA does take the time away to be with their families on Christmas, and I mean, I ain't gonna get mad at them for it because at the end of the day, we all deserve time to our families, and we all deserve to hang out with our families on the holidays. And EA is human too, so I mean, in that sense, I'm like, sure, whatever, I don't fucking care. Uh, I just wish that they, with the presents from this morning, because again, I'm recording this video Christmas Eve, Christmas Day on the 25th. I wish they had just tested that shit out before they fucking left the office instead of having to send somebody in uh, to deal with it, because that's just a load of fucking nonsense. And now they're probably gonna find a way to suck training out of us for like the playoff promo or even like the Super Bowl promo because of the fact that we all made a shit ton of stuff today, or at least the majority of people made a lot of stuff today with like training and coins. So yeah, I would just say don't. I would say playoff roles and Super Bowl rolls, unless it's confirmed, like, yes, these are really, really good, I would not bother opening them. I would hold on to everything and only buy what you need, like, for your theme teams, or for, like, say, there's a card that stands out to you that you really, really want, then I would go ahead and pick it up. But I would not buy training next. I would not buy training for the entire month of January, because I think that is when they're gonna try to get even out the market a little bit by making the training rules bad. So, um, but who knows? I think honestly, I think just a general rule of thumb: don't roll training rules unless people confirm, like, yes, they're really good, or training variety packs. I just would not roll them unless it's like, yeah, no, these are it. Like, these are solid, these are good. Like, Harvest was a fucking joke for a roll. Like, good grief, I hated the Harvest rolls. One of the worst training rules I have ever seen in my life. And that's saying something, because I think there was a roll that was worse than that last year. I think the Easter egg rolls were last year. I think were a little bit bad. Maybe they were good. I cannot remember fully, but Harvest this year just saw. Oh no, Most Feared this year was also pretty bad for rolls. But, like, interesting debate in the comment section, guys. What was worse for a roll this year, Harvest or Most Feared? I would say Harvest was worse, because, like, 9 times out of 10 you were getting. Well, the thing is, you could also say the same thing for, like, the Halloween rolls, because 9 times out of 10 you were getting 78s. But the 78s could actually be, like, exchanged into, like, a Campus Hero set, and you could get like an 87 plus with that, and potentially make some extra training, or at the bare minimum you get like an 80 overall to exchange for like something else. So, yeah, I like it. All depends, right? But I think the Harvest rolls were just completely god awful, god awful. I think they were just absolutely atrocious overall, man. Like, it's just crazy how bad they were. Like the EA economist must have, like, taken some, like, when he produced that, when he made the odds for that Harvest roll, he must have, like, just had the worst day imaginable, man. Like, he must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed, stepped on a Lego, had his coffee burn his fucking shirt, and then get in his car. It wouldn't start for like 20 minutes. Get on the highway. His truck got hit by somebody. His car got hit by somebody. Gets in the office, finds out that there's no donuts ready or some shit. I don't freaking know. And then realizing, oh crap, I actually have to work today. Like, he must have just had like a terrible day and decided to take it out on Switch. It's never a good rule. I was taught when I was younger, don't take out your frustration on other people, man. They have nothing to do with it. But I mean, hey, who the fuck am I, right? I'm just somebody who's sitting on the internet making videos for a YouTube content on a video game. So, hey ho, what am I, right? Oh God, I don't even know how I got into that, but hey, you know what? It is what it is, bro. It is what it fucking is. But halfway through now, good grief, this has been pretty bad. I kind of want to see fuck off, Chetty. I don't want to be in a party right now. I'm busy. I kind of want to see what we're at in terms of value, in the coins overall. Kind of want to see where we're at right now. If I were to, like, sell off everything, where would I be, right? Because that's ultimately, because again, I'm trying to hit the like the 6 to 7 mil mark is what I'd say. At the beginning of this video, that is what I wanted to be at. So let us see where we're at right here, real quick. Um, Quick sell all of these. Yes, even the common strategy items I'm going to quick sell. I normally wouldn't quick sell the common strat items or the rare ones. I would actually exchange those, especially the rare ones. I would actually exchange those for an epic one, because you could actually get about 3K. You can get 3K more by just exchanging the epic one, the rare ones for epics. So right now I would get about 2,655,000 coins. 655,000 coins. Yes. So I'd be at about 6 mil. So yeah, I would actually be around there, and I'm halfway through. So that's actually a huge W. why you guys. This is why we love the TVP, guys. This is why we love the TVP. So, we'll get into the other 500K here. Um, yeah, this is why we love the TVP, guys. This is why we love it because it's such a great investment. You know, you can just, you know, dump training into this, and you can just get multiple. You can just get value over and over and over again. You know, especially when they first introduced it in Madden 21. I think a lot of people were skeptical of it at first. Don't get me wrong, I was definitely one. But once it was noticed that, like, oh damn, this is actually like really something you could invest in. People were like, yeah, no, this is insane. We want this back. I think this should be in every game. I think this should stay in every Madden going forward. Especially if they're gonna make training such an essential aspect of the game. I would say keep it in the game going forward. Do not ever get rid of it. But I do think that it needs to come at certain times. I think they brought the TDP in way too early this year. I would argue as we get a 92 overall Stefon Diggs Redux. If this is less than 200K, I'm going to quick sell it. Yes, it is. Okay, we will quick sell this for the 200 with the 22,000 training. So, anyways, yeah, I think they brought it in way too early this year. I would argue they should have brought it in. I think they should bring this in after the playoffs and just make it a one cost like maybe 6,000 training at the run the playoff promo, and then just leave it for the rest of the year. They don't touch it. They don't take it out. They don't bring it back in. They just bring it into the game after the playoffs, like they did in Madden 21, and they just leave it. That is the first jersey I've gotten in this opening, so that is actually pretty sweet. Because that is just the worst thing one of the worst things in the world to experience. You're opening TVPs and you get a fucking jersey out of it. I'd rather take a gray strategy item because at least that has like goddamn 1,000 coins to it, and even then you can exchange that for like an uncommon strategy item, which is like 6,000K, 6K, 6,000K. What 6,000K? Like, can you imagine what is 6,000K in like that's like fucking like 6 million training, right? Like, or 6 million. That'd be like 6 million coins. Good lord. A uncommon strategy item worth 6 million coins. Jeez, God help me. That would actually be kind of insane overall. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, no, at least, with common strategy items, you can actually exchange it and get more value. Where with the uniforms, it's literally like, thanks, you know? But yeah, so definitely we got another uniform. I believe the tie-dye ones are in the pack. Are they in? No, I don't think no, they're not in this pack because the tie-dye ones came out like I think they came out with Zero Trill Port. I think they came out when Ghost dropped. Which, by the way, just to reiterate once again, in case you guys do not know, Ghost of Madden is not a Zero Chill drop. There is still 2 more to come. I assume one is going to be this week, and then the other is going to be next week. So that is what I think. They could double up and do especially with Team of the Week going this week. They could do Tuesday and Thursday for drops. Hell, they may drop a Zero Trail Part 3 tomorrow. And they would have announced it actually last night if they did. They would have announced it if there was going to be a Zero Chill Part 3. But again, there is going to be more Zero Chill content, guys. So do not blow your load on these roles yet. Just don't do it. Especially the Ghost of Madden rolls is just fucking 20,000 training for one roll. That's dumb. 10,000, I would have been more on board. 10,000, actually no, 10,000 would have been 92 over. Would have been, yeah, you would have been making training anyway. You would still make training if it was 10,000 because 90 overalls are 10,000. So yeah, bare minute, you can't lose out with it. So yeah, like 15, I think 15,000 would have been, I think 15,000 would have been fine. 91 overall, you're breaking even. You know, I think that would have been fine. That's also crazy how we have yet to pull. I have yet to see Richard Sherman or even Christian Okoye in this pack. Good grief. Like, I've got my Sherman, by the way. I do have my Richard Sherman, which Seahawks team is going to be up this week. Probably Wednesday. I will say Wednesday or Friday, and then Eagles will be also this week, either Wednesday or Friday. One of the two, maybe even Thursday. We'll see what the schedule looks like overall for me personally. But I do know I'm recording this video tonight because on Christmas Day, as we get an 88 Cooper Cup. Let's fucking go. Because I'm literally just feeling like tomorrow is just going to be a do nothing all day type of thing. Because again, I was out all weekend with the wife, with visiting family. So I feel like tomorrow is just going to be we're just going to lie in bed. I'll still have a video for you guys tomorrow, obviously, with my present. Or yeah, I would have still had a video come out because I got to remember I'm recording this, you know, I got to remember I'm recording this ahead of time. I'm recording this for Tuesday's video when I am supposed to be, and obviously it's not Tuesday yet. So yeah, so about 3/4 of the way. I think 3/5 of the way now, almost closing in on 3/4. So once we're done, we'll go ahead and look at the total value of the packs that we pulled, and then pardon me, I don't know what happened. I just feel like I just got like a bit of a cough, or like just had the urge to cough. But once that's all done and we get this all figured out, that will be the end of the video. Let me know, guys. How was y'all's Christmas? Just because again, I'm recording this Christmas Day. How was y'all's Christmas? What'd you guys get for the for Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, whatever it is you guys open your. Me personally, I don't really ask for much, but I got some nice stuff for Christmas this year. A lot was intentional. One was an accidental gift that was supposed to, well, not accidental. One was a gift that went to the wife, but I decided to claim it because it made me look like Sheev Palpatine, and I think it's fantastic. And so I am totally keeping that and using it as a way to troll her because that is just what I do. I like to have fun, and yeah, wearing that, looking like Sheev Palpatine while making Palpatine quotes is probably going to be the highlight of my day tomorrow because I probably will. Yesterday, don't know how that's going to go. Probably going to get probably not going to go well, but we're going to have fun and we're just going to fucking go with it because why not? I always thought that with that Jermaine Pratt art, I always thought he was falling over. I don't know why. It's just the way that it looked at first. I always thought he was falling over as we get an 89 Dexter Lawrence. So that's actually training. That's actually profit, and I think I broke the game again. So I need to restart the game. And we are back. Okay, there we are. All right, back to it, guys. And I don't understand. I don't understand how a multi-billion-dollar company like EA just has a game crash because you're opening too many packs, bro. Like, don't get it. Kind of wild to me. I just don't understand it, man. But I'm definitely thinking we're definitely at 7 mil. See if we can push it to like 8, 9 million. Honestly, that would actually be kind of dope if we can get to like 8 or 9 million. And that would be just by quick selling what we have. If we were to exchange like a bunch of the strategy items, could easily get us a lot more. So actually, would it be a lot more? Because I know like the common strategy items are like 1,000 a piece, and then you got like the uncommons are 6,000 a piece, which takes four of those. I mean, you would actually make a little bit of profit if you were to exchange the uncommons to commons. You would make about 2,000 extra, and then the commons to, and then the uncommons to rare. Then the rares to legendaries, you would make about 3,000 in profit. However, from the two, if you were to exchange two epics to a legendary, you wouldn't make any profit. You would actually be breaking even. So, speaking of, okay, so it's a 90 overall redux, 10,000 training, like that. Yeah, just selling off reduxes. I mean that Zach Martin was like a different case, obviously, because it's like, you know what? That's a 93 redux. Is one of the higher reduxes in the game. I think maybe the highest. Do we have 94? I'm pretty sure we got 94 redux. I'm certain we've got like 94 overall reduxes. 83 Tyus Bowser. Shout out to the Ravens making the playoffs. this year. Hopefully they can get to at least to the divisional round. Um, Also, by the way, pay that man Lamar. Ravens fans absolutely should be upset at the management for not paying him. You just don't give up a piece like Lamar. You just don't extend him. Like, I don't give a crap of the whole running back quarterback situation. Well, first of all, that's just a straight up bullshit fucking narrative. In my opinion, Lamar Jackson is not a running back, a quarterback. That's just absolutely mind blowing to me that people even think that, yet alone perpetuate that nonsense on social media. Because good grief, it's the same dumb shit I see with Tua Tagovailoa. You know, he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's an elite superstar caliber quarterback or a superstar quarterback right now. He can be, but I think Tua right now is good. He's keeping the Dolphins in positions to win games, and he does need to improve. But I do think Tua is pretty solid. But you know what? You see one underthrow with Tua, and it's all over the fucking internet. It's all over Twitter. Noodle arm, noodle arm, noodle arm. It's like, good grief, guys. But like, when he does something great, right? Like, it's crickets. It's freaking crickets, bro. Like, I'm not saying criticism isn't valid or like, something like that isn't valid. However, like, if you got to be consistent. If he's gonna do something really, really bad, if he underthrows Tyreek Hill like that, fine. But when he lays it on the dot and puts it out there and has an incredible throw, that shit should be also everywhere as well. For some reason, it's not. Russ Graham, we'll just quick sell this. Are you fucking kidding me? Do I have to restart again? No, I don't. Okay, thank God. I was about to say, like, are you shitting me? But hey, I mean, more restarts is the welcome because that means it keeps the training going. It keeps the gravy training going. Okay, that was terrible. Gravy training. Good lord, why did I ever think I was that? Why did I ever think that was funny? Why did I ever think that was a funny joke to be saying out loud? But it's the same thing I see all the time with guys like Russ this year. To be fair, Russ has been all fucking terrible this year, and I mean all the jokes are warranted. I'm not going to disagree with that, but when he does play well, like maybe next year, whenever the hell it is, yeah, it's got to be you got to be consistent, right? Same with the Rams, the Raiders. Nobody talks about how the Raiders are. Well, I mean, people do talk about how the Raiders are trash. The Rams, I mean, I know they have like the excuse. Speaking of Rams, we get an 88 overall Cooper Cup Platinum, which that is another two. So we should be at about 8 mil. Like, we should be at about 8 million coins. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty good. I am obviously happy with that because I only thought I was gonna get 6, 7 mil. Being at 8 million, that's really good. Really, really good. But yeah, no, like if the Broncos actually do turn it around next year, which I think they will, I think once they start establishing chemistry on that team and they actually know what the hell they're supposed to do, because holy hell is it a problem to watch the Broncos this year. Like, I wanted to watch them as one of my teams to watch this year, but after week 5 I couldn't do it no more. Like, after that game on 4th and goal where they needed to pick up the first down and they were like 1 yard away, and Russ missed KJ Hamler wide the fuck open in front of him. Is we get another 88 Cooper Cup. Solid. I was done with the Broncos after that. I just decided to say, fuck it. I'm not gonna watch them anymore. Like, they are becoming like they were like visibly getting me angry. Like, I was fuming watching them. Like Jesus. It's just because like I know they can be better than what they are. I think that's the real frustration. That's really frustrating. You see these teams that are really great, and you see these players that are really great, but they're not putting it together, and it's frustrating because they can be better. Like Russell this year, I know he's better than that. Everybody should know that he's better than that, but this year he hasn't been. And everyone just keeps forgetting that. And this year he's not been that great, and again, rightfully so. Everyone deserves to make fun of him and deserves to poke poke at the guy because he's freaking terrible. I mean, he just had more. He now has just now has more touchdown passes than bathrooms in his freaking house. What a joke! Like, good lord, that man has less touchdowns than weeks played in the season. Think about that. He has less touchdowns than weeks played in the season. Good lord. I don't think I've ever seen that from a superstar quarterback. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar quarterback fall so hard so fast. Like 2019, 2020, Russell Wilson was arguably the best quarterback in the league, at least in my opinion. And then like 2021, he got hurt. I'm willing to give him a pass for that. Got hurt. He tried to come back. I think he came back less than 100%. I think it was abundantly clear to everybody who watched the Seahawks that year, last year, he was not 100% when he came back. He just wasn't. He was missing throws. He didn't trust his arm. He was trying to do more than he should have. Wasn't trusting the offense around him. Like it was a gong show like to watch last year, and I personally think, and I was still shocked when we traded him, but you know, ultimately I was shocked when we traded him, but ultimately I understood. I know a lot of Seahawks fans now have definitely turned on Russ. It went from, he's arguably the best quarterback in the league from Seahawks fans, he should have been MVP, this, that, and everything, to, or, and going other directions, saying like, oh, it's not Russ's fault, it's, Pete Carroll or the defense or the offensive line or, all that, which is all true. I think, the defense from 2018, ever since the Legion of Boom broke up until the last year, Russell, until like now, we've been one of the worst defenses in the league. Offensive line is just absolutely terrible. It's one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen in my fucking life watching that team. Like, I could probably be a better offensive lineman than, okay, maybe not, because, I may be a big dude. I may be a bigger dude, but I ain't that big. So, like, I could definitely, but like the offensive line is like not that great. Pete Carroll is a play caller. I talked about this earlier. I think his his philosophies and whatnot are outdated, and I do think that his time has come. But it's crazy how the main point is we go from that to now when Russ leaves, all of a sudden it's he was never good, carried by the Legion of Boom. He was carried by Pete Carroll's coaching. It's just like, oh my god, what the hell happened? What happened over the summer? Like, is it just because he wanted a trade? You know, and I know like a lot of people's discontent is, well, he wanted to stay here. He lied to all of us. My simple retort to that is, don't fucking trust what athletes tell people. They will tell you that they want to stay here because they're not going to sit there and say, oh yeah, no, I want to leave. They're not going to fucking tell you, oh, I want to get up and leave. They're going to sit there and tell you you want to hear because they don't want you to leave. But at the end of the day, it's a business. And if your interests lie elsewhere, then you're not going to stay. Like, that is just something that people need to understand. Just do not trust what players say. Like, you're gonna, as we in 87 Aaron Rodgers, holy shit. Like, you're gonna set yourself up for disappointment. You're going to set yourself up to be annoyed and angry once the inevitable potentially comes. Even Tom Brady did not play for the Patriots his entire career, and we all thought that was a sure thing. We all thought Brady and Belichick were going to stay together the entirety of their careers. They were going to go out together. I think they were going to retire. I thought they were going to retire together. I thought Belichick was going to retire and then Brady was going to retire here shortly afterwards. But no, Brady up and left, Manning up and left the Colts after they drafted Andrew Luck. I'm literally trying to think of another superstar caliber, MVP caliber quarterback that up and left. Steve McNair left the Titans and went to the Ravens. What's another one? Like you get what I mean as we're coming down to the end of this year. Like, it is not uncommon for superstar quarterbacks to up and leave. It's not uncommon for players to up and go. You know, like it didn't shock me. Like it surprised me. Don't get me wrong, but I personally felt at the time, because you can go watch my video on it, because I actually made a video reacting to it. I thought it was inevitable. I thought it was inevitably, pardon me, going to happen. It was inevitably going to happen, and Seattle was going to trade him no matter what. And I thought this was the best time to do it, because he's still in his prime. We can get some assets for him, and we can ultimately use that assets to draft a quarterback in the draft, or originally, or now we maybe keep Joe Smith and have him be the starter for the next maybe 2, 3, 4 years. But anyhow, that is the end of that rant. Let's go and check out the final product here. Obviously, see how many cards we do have. That's crazy how I only pulled one LTD, which was the Harold Carmichael. Anyways, so again, this is just if I were to sell everything that I just got. Again, obviously, I wouldn't recommend selling everything. I would actually exchange the strategy items for a little bit of, again, just a little bit of extra profit, but it is better than nothing. Alrighty. But yeah, so I think we're not gonna quick sell the jerseys. I think we're gonna be. I think we absolutely made about. We're like maybe 10 million in this. We maybe made 10 mil on this. So we got 2.7 2.704 mil. So hang on, let me put this into a calculator. Actually gonna go put this into a calculator. So 27025 plus, and then we'll start here. Yeah, I have so much here I had to put into a calculator. Crazy, crazy. And then yeah, we have the Harold Carmichael plus another 2.384 plus another 2384000. So we actually made about just over 5 million coins, which with my coin stack actually comes to about, if we do add this up, 3357873 would be about just about 8.45 million coins. So that is actually pretty insane, guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Again, it was a bit of a longer video, but you know what? 1 million training opening. Obviously, it's going to be a long video. But if you guys stuck to the end of this video, I appreciate it. If you guys could also, again, leave a like and a subscription to the channel. Both of those would be appreciated. Also, leave a comment letting me know your thoughts about anything I talked about. Obviously, I talked about quite a bit, so it would be interesting to see what you guys have to say. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.